So we're going to move on to the next item on the agenda, which is going to be a short presentation from Brother Derrick on digital transformation. Then we'll go to Brother Michael. Brother Derrick, over to you.
Mercy, peace, blessings, and enough love to everyone. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And all the blessings to everyone that is actually in the house. I would like to kind of present something quickly for the next 10 minutes or so, and that has to do with digital transformation. Basically, what is digital transformation? Digital transformation is the adoption of digital technology by an organization. Common goal for this implementation are to improve efficiency. And if you notice, I even have value on the line and put in red, because value, as especially according to Ashmafari, is very important to him. And this is what needs to be on the top of all of our minds: value or innovation. And so watch this quick little video that is bringing out what it is all about, quickly, about 2 minutes.
Ready or not, digital transformation is reinventing business as we know it. Every enterprise, including yours, now faces a choice between innovation or extinction. Digital transformation is not specifically about IT or technology. It's about redefining your entire business strategy, perhaps even changing your corporate culture. To succeed in digital, your company should think of technology not just as a support function, but as a strategic competency. Digital transformation is not just about applying technology to your business. It's actually about creating entirely new business models on the backbone of technology. Amazon.com was not just a shop with a website. It forever disrupted and revolutionized the entire concept of shopping and more. It's now imperative for every business to adapt to and take advantage of the ways the digital world has radically changed consumer behavior and expectations. Your customers, your channels, and your competitors have already gone digital. As of 2017, mobile devices dominate total minutes spent online, searching, reading email, browsing, and buying. That's globally, from 71% in the US to 91% in Indonesia, and 67% of millennials, 56% of Gen Xers, 41% of baby boomers, and 28% of seniors prefer to shop online rather than in-store. And it's not just for retail consumers. 55% of B2B buyers say they search for product or vendor information on social media. And according to a 2017 CloudCraze study, 55% of B2B buyers expect mobile access to a seller's e-commerce platform. Even your own products, employees, and business operations are already dependent on digital technology. The digital transformation continues to accelerate for two main reasons. First, technology is evolving at an exponential rate. Second, data is far more plentiful and usable. Mastering emerging technology has always made the difference between companies being competitive or barely keeping up. What makes today's digital transformation different is the extreme importance of data. Not just big batches of data, but real-time data. Data about your consumers, data about your competitors, data about your supply chain, data about your markets. Having this data and knowing how to use it pulls your critical business decisions out of the shadow of opinion or guesswork and brings intelligent options into the light, instantly, so your business can do new things and do things right.
And of course, Onpassive digital transformation is doing just that. And so the benefits of digital transformation is: 1, increases customer satisfaction; 2, drives database insight; 3, enables software monetization; 4, enables high quality user experience; 5, encourages collaboration and improve communication; 6, increases agility; 7, limits human error, very important; 8, encourages an environment of employee excellence; 9, increases operational efficiency, and of course, 10, enables future digital growth. Type of digital transformation. Digital transformation doesn't mean the same thing for all companies. And viewing it is a one-size-fits-all process could be overwhelming. There are 4 main types of digital transformation that organizations should consider taking advantage of their own transformation strategy. 1, process transformation. 2, business model transformation. 3, domain transformation. And 4, cultural organizational transformation. As with the drivers of digital transformation, the object set will vary from one organization to another. However, some of the most common digital transformation objective includes reducing costs, increasing revenue, increasing collaboration, increasing employee productivity, improving agility, improving customer experience, increasing governance and compliance, gaining competitive advantage. And so with Onpassive, artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is built into all of it, multilingual, which is built into a lot of our products, distraction detection, which is also built in. And one of the greatest things when it comes down to communication, we're talking about web RTC, not the old platform that most webinar and most things are on, which is MCU, multi-point control unit. No, we are a totally different technology, which is web RTC. And you're going to see the difference with our video quality and our audio quality. Digital transformation is in marketing, it's in communication, it's in manufacturing, it's in education, it's in life science, it's in gaming industry, and of course, it is in our transportation industry. And so let us face it, digital transformation is something that we are building with in our Onpassive technology. I thank you.
Thank you, DrDerrick, for that short presentation. And Sister Irene, you have anything to say? Then we should go to what all of us have been waiting for. A special presentation and an open mic with our special guest today.
No, that was awesome, Dr. Derrick. You know, sometimes we just hear these things and we really don't know, you know, how meaningful they are. So that is quite informational. That is so much highlight. That is why, you know, I do not want to miss any webinars, because every time I come, I learn something major. So thank you very much, Dr. Derrick. And so it is the moment. So we're going to welcome our special guest today. The one and only, does anybody guess? Okay, we have our very own Michael Williams in the house. So please, we would like to just be quiet and listen to him. It's going to be an open mic. So we are so honored to have you in our midst this afternoon, or is it morning, wherever you are. We are so honored to have you. So Brother Michael Williams, over to you.
Thank you so much, Irene. You know, we certainly have a great start to the day. You know, great encouraging words from, you know, our very own Lorado Shadar. That was excellent. Dr. Derrick, certainly a wonderful presentation. You know, digital transformation is here to stay. You know, if companies are not moving in that direction, as I said in the presentation, they will be extinct. You know, and so we know what is going on. We can see it in our own lives, right? We can see if you walk into, I don't know about where you are, but when I walk into a mall, the mall is empty. You know, there's not a lot of people that are there. You know, and it's not just because of the COVID environment and all of that. More and more people are doing things online. You know, my kids, they need a computer, they go online and they buy their computer. You know, need a phone, they go online and they buy their phone. Clothing, You know, they need shoes, they go online and they order shoes. You know, so more and more people are certainly moving in that direction. And to see that 28% of seniors, you know, who are online, I mean, that's amazing when you think about that. You know, it really is. And again, I know I've seen it. You know, my mother, you know, she wanted nothing to do with online other than, you know, email, right? And then more and more, you know, getting comfortable with online banking and so on. So yes, it is something that people have to get used to. Now, the great thing is that we don't have to be tech savvy to be online, right? We don't have to be tech savvy. We don't have to be DrDerrick, okay? Right? He's in a different stratosphere. So we don't have to be him as far as, you know, knowledge and understanding of the technology. All we have to do is to be in it to win it. And obviously, as we are all founders, right, that's exactly what we have done. We've all gotten in, you know, so therefore we certainly will win. Now, let's just go back in time, right? I want to go back to July of 2018, you know, and that's when, you know, I was first introduced to Onpassive, right? July of 2018, so 4 years ago, right? First time I've heard about the idea that Mr. Ashmafar had, you know, and at that time we were doing our own thing. We're involved in our own business online, you know, and when a good friend presented the information, you know, at first I was like, you know, it's not going to work, right? Because remember now, back then, it was really all about a digital marketing platform. That's all it was. And that business would have launched within 90 days, up and running, and people doing what they need to do to make money, right? But as I, you know, went deeper into it, right, and really looked into, you know, what this really can do for mankind, you know, not just, you know, for myself or my family, but just thinking from a widespread basis, to be able to have a business whereby people can just simply get in and they would win. Folks, a lot of people have talked that talk before, right? But it has never materialized. Never materialized. You join a business and they tell you, oh, it's 100% done for you, come. And you get in there only to find out, well, it's not really 100% done for you. It's like 99% done for you. There's still something that you had to do, right? And that's something that you had to do usually involved driving traffic or getting visitors to a web page. And for most people, that's one of the hardest things to do, right? So it didn't matter if it was 99% done for you. What people really needed and still need is to have a business whereby they can say, you know what? I can muster up, you know, a few bucks. I can muster up, you know, $100 to get myself started, maybe a few $100s more, you know, to activate it, get everything going, right? I can do that. But as far as referring other people, you know, if I have to go out there and recruit, if I have to go out there and sell, right, it's just not going to happen, right? And so when people realized what Onpassive was going to do for them, they started to come in. So in the first 6 months, we had like 10,000 people that got in. And to me, that was impressive. Like 10,000 when there wasn't really anything other than 2 audio tapes that people were listening to. And yet that attracted 10,000 individuals, right? In just 6 months, right? And for those of you who know the history, again, we know what happened the next year, 2019 and 2020 and 2021, right? Onpassive just continued to grow and grow and grow from a people perspective, but also from a content perspective, right? We start to see, you know, website now being available, people having a back office they can log into, starting to see some of the products and all that, office in India, all these things we start to see around us, and people are starting to get excited, realizing that, wow, this is really happening. It's not that it will happen. People realize that it's actually happening right now. They start to see the progress being made within this company, right? People starting to get the message that Onpassive is about customers, because that is important, folks. You see, once you understand what Onpassive is really about, then you'll know what Onpassive will be able to do for you and your family. And then you'll be able to relax. Then you'll be able to relax and say, you know what? Whether it launches as far as selling products to the public a month from now or 3 months from now, the timing doesn't matter because I know that my future is secure. And that's what people are looking for. People are looking for security, right? Earlier, it was mentioned about the state of the economy, the world economy, right? How people are in need, how things are not getting better. Governments are afraid to use the word recession, okay? Because they don't want to create panic, you understand? But in reality, we are in a global recession, okay? It is what it is. So many companies have gone out of business. And if companies are going out of business, that means people are losing their jobs, right? Then you have folks who now, instead of having that one job that can take care of things, they need 2 or even 3 jobs. So where do you find time for your family, right? If you're out there working 2 or 3 jobs, right? One is bad enough when you're working long hours, but to have 2 of them or even 3, come on, folks. Right? We know that the state is not good. The state of the economy is not good. It isn't. Right? So people are looking. That's why people are coming online. Every day you have more people coming online because they're looking for a way out. And they're trying A and they're trying B and they're trying C and they're trying all these things. And unfortunately, they end up in the same place with failure after failure after failure. So it's important, folks, it's important that we understand what Onpassive is. It's important to realize that it is real, okay? It is something that is viable, it is something that is feasible, it is something that is going to get you to your destination. It's important because if you don't believe that it's going to do all that for you, then what are we doing here, right? What are we doing here? But once you have that belief and understanding, but we're not talking about blind belief, right? We're not saying, well, I believe because Dr. Derrick believes. Well, I believe because Irene believes. I believe because patient. No, we're talking about you having a full understanding for yourself. So therefore, it builds up your confidence in what you're involved in. So it starts with customers. It starts with understanding that instead of people using companies like Udacity or Udemy, right? People will be able to use Academy, right? Once people start to understand that the e-learning platform is a juggernaut, it's a massive industry. So if you're involved in that industry, don't you think you'll be able to make some money, right? How many times we've heard people complaining about Gmail or their Yahoo account, right? So instead of using Gmail or Yahoo or Hotmail or Outlook or whomever, people will be able to use Mail. Customers will be able to come to Onpassive and get an Mail account, right? You have individuals who are marketers, right? So they like to use bulk mailers. So they want to send out, 10 million emails, 100 million emails. They want to send out a lot of emails. So they cannot do that from their regular email account. So instead of customers using, a company such as JMailer Pro, guess what? They'll be able to use Onpassive's Post, right? And the list goes on and on, folks. Instead of using Zoom or Speed or any of those companies, they'll be able to use Connect. Instead of going to GoDaddy and get a domain name, they'll be able to get it from Onpassive's domain. You see how that works, folks? Instead of using Bitly or Blink to trim their URL, right? The URL that I used to come into this meeting today was trim, right? You understand, folks? Once we start to understand how all of this makes sense, right? That all these products that I just mentioned, guess what? There's something in the marketplace right now that people are using, people are buying, and they're paying for it month after month after month. Is that a good thing? Absolutely. Absolutely, it's a good thing, right? That's what we want. You want to be able to engage in a business where there's products that people want. There's a demand for it, right? If there's a demand and you're able to supply that demand, guess what? You make money, right? People always want to talk about money, 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 money. Okay, but do you understand how is the money made? It's not made out of thin air, right? There has to be something, a real mechanism in order for a sale to occur. And as long as you have sales, you're going to be making money, folks. It really is that simple, right? Dr. Derrick mentioned about the digital transformation, right? Having a domain name, that's how you get a piece of the digital real estate, right? It's important, folks. Those of you who may not understand marketing, it's important to have a unique domain name when you want to promote something. It's important, okay? You don't want to have, you know, I don't know, Amway / you know, Michael Williams. That's not the link that you want to have. You don't even want to have Onpassive / register / blah, blah. You don't even want that. You want to have a unique domain name like Automatic Internet Millionaire or Get Rich in 5 years, or you know, whatever it is. You want it to be something that is unique, meaning no one else has it. Okay? That's branding. Okay? It's very, very important. And that's what you're going to have with your Onpassive business. Right? So where are we? Where are we in all this process? Right? We know that we had a pre-launch phase, okay, where people were allowed to come in as founders, right? I know it was mentioned that, yes, you gave people an opportunity, you showed them the offer, you know, gave them your links, all that stuff, and a lot of them weren't interested. Guess what? It's okay. It's okay that they were not interested, right? Because not every single person is meant to be a founder. Right? We've said this many, many times. So if I spoke to 10 individuals about Onpassive because I'm so excited about it, right? And only 2 of them decided to come in and the other 8 didn't, it's okay. I don't get upset. I don't get disappointed. It's okay. The 2 came in were meant to become founders, and the other 8, guess what? They'll still have a chance not to be a founder, but they can become a customer thereafter, and or a reseller, right? So all is not lost for those individuals, okay? There is a loss, but all is not lost, right? That's the difference, okay? That's the difference. Now, if I want to win at something, wouldn't you want to win big, right? If you want to win at something, would you want to win big or do you want to win small, right? So by becoming a founder, guess what? You're going to win big. Those who come in afterwards and become a customer, they're going to win, right? But depending on what they're using the products for, more than likely, they're not going to win as big as you, because you being a founder will also be a customer and a reseller. So you're getting the best of all the worlds, right? But all is not lost for them, okay? So it's okay. So those who didn't join you on this journey, it's all right. They just weren't meant for the journey. Okay, but you were. That's why you made the right decision to get in. Okay, so we went through all that pre-launch stuff to get stuff ready to the point where we are, because everything that is being done is for Onpassive, whether it's Go Founders, old founders, everything that's being done is for Onpassive, which is the final version of what you see today. Okay, so when you're in your back office, oh, well, you know, I couldn't get in. The site was down for an hour or whatever. It's because things are being done, right? It's a good thing. When you get an email and the email says to you, you need to go and re-sign your NDA, okay, that's a good thing. These are all the things that are being done to get us ready for the next phase. We say that no one gets left behind. So you want us to go and open the door right now? And then there are many that I'm aware of, many that have not signed the NDA or have not gone back to re-sign it, right? you email people, say, hey, did you get the email? You have to go re-sign your NDA. And then you check your back office, right? And you see they still haven't signed it or re-signed it. You understand? So the company's giving people that time to do all that while they continue to do the work that's necessary to get us to the point where we can start selling products. Because that's what it's all about. We need to be selling products, okay? We need to be selling products so that you can make the income that you're looking for. But we're getting there. So all of that is being done in the back office. When you see, different changes in old founders, again, eventually you're going to see all the changes done that is needed, and then one name comes off and another name goes on, right? Instead of old founders, now what you're going to see is Onpassive. So think of everything that you see going on, all the changes, just think that that's just a preparation for Onpassive. That's all it is, folks. It's not like we're gonna go through old founders and then stop. Okay, now we're gonna start going through all the preparation, all the work for Onpassive. No, it's one and the same. Okay, it's one and the same. Those of you who have support issues, I can't log in, I'm not getting the access code, whatever issue you may be having, okay, no need to panic. Okay, when everything is ready within old founders, the company's going to set aside time. They will set aside time to make sure that whatever issue you're having is taken care of. So you could have one day, for example, that anyone who has an access code issue, okay, that's the day to get that all done and taken care of for people. Okay, you have another day where, okay, anyone that for whatever reason can't sign their NDA, etc., let's spend a whole day, right, to make sure every single person is taken care of, right? So the point here is that don't panic. Okay, stay calm, relax, take it easy. No one's gonna leave you alone. You don't need to email the person you sent in the issue to 10 times. I just want to remind you, it's okay. They're all of them, every single thing's gonna be taken care of, right? And once that door opens, folks, that's when your life financially, right? Financially is going to change. Because I know that people join Onpassive to make income, right? People looking to make money, people want to pay their bills. I understand that people are having bad situations right now. A lot of people are, right? As we mentioned about the economy, okay? But guess what? When that door opens up, you'll receive the income that you're looking for. And it is coming, folks. We're not talking 3 years down the road, 2 years down the road. We're not talking any of that, right? Just understand that we have a caring CEO and he's working tirelessly for you, for me, for all of us. Isn't that a good thing that you actually have someone doing the work for you? Okay, many of you have heard me do a presentation or Q&A always talking about, if I want my grass to be cut, right? I pay someone, let them go cut my grass. It's a beautiful thing knowing that my grass is taken care of without me having to lift a finger. It's a beautiful thing. When winter comes on and my snow needs to be shoveled, it's a beautiful thing to know that the snow is taken care of. Can you imagine going outside and you have to go shovel 1,800 square feet of snow? Can you imagine that? I don't want to do that. So guess what? You pay someone to do it. Okay, Onpassive, right? Do you want to spend every waking moment marketing, answering questions, following up with people, right? Do you want to be doing that? Even if you have the ability to do it, do you want to be doing that? I have the ability to do it. I don't want to be doing that. Not anymore, right? Because it takes a lot of time, folks. Day in, day out, this is what you're doing, right? It's a beautiful thing to understand that we have a company that have our back. So if the company has our back, then guess what? We should have the company's back, right? The company don't need us to defend anything. I don't mean that. I'm just saying all we have to do is just relax, take it easy, know that our success is guaranteed, guaranteed. How many people can offer you guaranteed success and really deliver on it, right? So this is what we have here with Onpassive. So I am so grateful for this company, for the CEO, all the great leaders that we have on here, right? Because it takes all of us. It takes all of us to make this happen. It's not one person. It's not two. It's not five. It's not 10. It's all of us. We are a community. We are a family. And we are making it happen for this generation and the next one and the next one and the next one, right? That's what we are doing, folks. So of course it takes time, right? But it's time well spent. Time well spent. And we're all going to benefit for it. Can you imagine walking into that store and not have to worry about, you have to look at the price, right? You just walk in, you need something, you just buy it. That's a beautiful thing. You're on vacation and the kids then want to go on some excursion. You're not there, kind of do your calculator and check in, you know what I mean? You just say, yeah, sure, no problem, go ahead, right? You're able to live life as you want. That's what Onpassive is about. It's about changing the global scale, changing the way people perceive how life is meant to be, changing the way that we interact with each other. Instead of a me society, it can actually be where, no, we want to uplift our neighbor. We actually want to help someone. Instead of taking, we actually want to be a giver. We actually want to give and give and give. That is a beautiful society, folks, and it is possible, okay? It is possible, and I believe that Onpassive is going to help make that happen for not everybody, but for those who will, those who recognize it, those who jump in, obviously for all founders, but we are the tiniest piece of the puzzle. But it's going to help, as we saw in the presentation by DrDerrick, right? It's going to make things more cost effective. If you can save companies money, come on now, they're going to be with you for life, right? So that's what people are going to have. And individual marketers, right? They're always looking for ways to trim the fat. How can I minimize my costs, minimize my expenses? Because if I can do that, then that means I can increase my profits, okay? Onpassive is going to do all of that for us and much more, okay? So I look forward to answering the questions that you may have. And hopefully that gave you, a better perspective, maybe a clearer perspective on the business that you're involved in, because it is a juggernaut. It is a business that's going to transform your life, okay? It's going to transform your life. You're going to see the difference. You're going to see the changes, okay? And you're going to be better for it, okay? Back to you, Irene.
Wow, 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 wow.